with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255-7500.
Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the Golden Age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena Starseed. Hello, Star Family. This is Athena Starseed. You know, Matt, he's a little bright. Yeah. Kim's here in studio, and he's completely illuminated.
I'm a shiny guy.
So I just want to welcome everybody to the show. This is a portal of possibility where we are actually creating heaven on earth using our conscious conversations, our ideas, our talents, and our heart chakras. So I'm just going to open up. Kim, I'm so happy that you're here in studio.
I'm thrilled to be here, Athena. I can't believe I'm on the same tectonic plate you are.
Same wavefront.
Yes.
It's very exciting. Okay, so why he's tuning in, I think you pushed a couple buttons over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the opening invocation.
Okay.
And so take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men and women. May the Christ return to earth. In the center where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men, the center which the masters know and serve, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Father Sky, and Mother Earth, from the point of light that connects us all, please be here in the sacred circle of light. Om, 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 om. So we have a topic for today, and we're on the cusp of, we're actually on a full moon, which is our 21, 22, and 23 energy, and we're in a winter solstice energy, and it's love intelligence. Is that what we're talking about today?
We're going to talk about love intelligence and the complete activation of consciousness on this planet at the next level. The level we got into these problems with is not the level we're going to solve it from. So that's why we're talking to all you starseeds out there. This is super activation time. We've been asleep and slumbering. The darkness has grown on us. That's exactly what happened, you know, in our political world, et cetera, et cetera. And that darkness is also a significant time for gestation. So we've been gestating, and all the light workers have been actually dreaming. And we know you're all dreams, and you've seen what's going on. And now that the sun is on the ascendancy and the light is coming, we are coming with it. We are bringing our new cosmic consciousness to our planet. And we're proposing that we're going to guide this planet with a love intelligence and nothing short of that, which means conscious compassion in all directions and a brilliant, brilliant open-sourced webbery of interactive human souls in a magnificent dance. We can deal with these problems only by becoming more and more wonderfully human in the process and more intelligent.
So the winter time is really about kind of introspection and reflection, and the season is like usually in certain parts of the northern hemisphere there's snow covering everything, and the trees have lost their leaves and they go dormant. And this is about us going dormant and going into our own psyche and finding out, you know, what's really important. Love, the communion, the connection to our high heart, so that we can have a better dream and come out and be able to share those dreams in the dark, shadowy energies of winter. So let's talk about the solstice. It's the darkest night of the year.
Darkest night of the year, and therefore is the time of the dark night of the soul in a sense. But that's because we go to zero, and going to zero in the great quantum soup field means that we can begin to collapse new wavefronts of probability into new paradigms, which is a fundamental shift. So all that dreaming you've been doing, now's the time to bring those dreams, start cultivating them, bringing them forward. And the way that's done is through sharing. We believe that everything is going to be solved through an open source sharing consciousness that we're going to propagate on the planet. So all us light workers who are anxious to go, it's time to go. The crisis on the planet is enormous. We're facing one of the most dire situations we could ever imagine. We're like close to the 6th Permian extinction. So this turnaround requires all hands on deck. And we can do it by reinventing the way we live, love, laugh, cry, and certainly the way we procreate and honor the earth. And there's a lot of energy flowing against the well-being of the planet right now because it's lost in the parasitic domain of fear and anxiety. And what we light workers know is that we must have positive imagery to move toward and not negative imagery. Otherwise, we strengthen the negative energy. We learned that in the 60s when, we're against the war, and we went to war against the war, and it didn't really work well at all because we needed to be for peace.
Yeah, and I think that when we go into the darkness, into our own shadow, and we look at ourselves with love and intelligence, we look at our shadow and we love our shadow, and we love our shadow into light, then we can use that shadow energy just like manure is used to grow roses. We can use that darkness and that egoic, self-centered me, myself, and I to make adjustments on our lens so that we can get a clearer picture. So I want to inspire everybody listening to the show right now to get a poster board from the 99-cent store or at their local arts and crafts store at Michael's, and start collecting images through magazines. And the next 3 days, vision exactly what you want for this coming year, because we have another 3 to 4 month period. It's a block of incredible energy to build something new. Today, we're on a 22 number. 22 is a master builder number. So it's very auspicious if you wanted to start cutting things out and putting your vision boards together on this very beautiful full moon, and take this energy and love it and share it with your friends. So celebrate, invite some people over, get dreaming, get singing, get creative, and realize that together, exponentially, we're more powerful than we are separated.
Our social circles are absolutely vital to well-being, and nothing exemplifies that more than the hostess throwing a party, a goddess party, where she gathers the energy of the most intelligent people in her community and puts them together and feeds them, and then watch the combustive creative juices flow. Margaret Mead said that nothing has ever changed the world but a small group of committed citizens. And I'm proposing that, yes, not only just a small group, but 1 million small groups. We're here to
144,000
yes, there you go. 144,000 small groups. With that, we will reach the tipping point. Because what we want is a system where we can guide everything with a higher consciousness than we've been operating. A competitive dominator modality of economics, et cetera, has really kept us from flowering. And now we need to break loose from the imprisonments we've created, which is our breaking out of our own shadow, which is to, as Athena was saying, honor that shadow, respect that shadow. And the shadows that are in our country and in our nation, in our world right now, are all shadows that we must shed light on and see that these shadows are of our own making. And then we become transcendental. Then we can know that we can switch to the powerful archetypes of creation rather than the archetypes of negation. So if you hear the language of fear and you hear the language of defense, fill it with light, because we're here to bring a love consciousness to it and not a negative fear and anxiety conscious. Let's not feed that. We don't need to. We need to feed and nurture love, intelligence on this planet.
And I have a very beautiful creative solution for that. I'm going to be doing an event at the Mystic Journey on Saturday, the 29th, and it's going to be from 7:30 until 9. And I'm going to be talking about a book I wrote called The Celebration Story for No Reason. And it's about putting your dreams out there and being vulnerable, completely transparent, and then also having to face your own shadow. And then the lessons of the shadow, to sing and dance with your shadow so that you can actually become one with your shadow. Because when we're fully integrated, if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. And so instead of, pointing fingers or being victim and perpetrator blame constructs, we get to be, like you said, collaborative flowering constructs using our shadowy energy. So please, if you are in the Los Angeles area, It's a $35 event. I'm going to have incredible musicians there. Kim's going to come and probably speak a little bit about the shadow. We're going to be in the back room. You can RSVP by calling the Mystic Journey Bookstore on Abbott Kinney and come and celebrate with us the story of the celebration for no reason.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here, and I can't wait to go hear do our presentation and see how this all comes out. But it's the raising of the children and the raising of the child in ourself that is important right now. And we can see clearly through that lens is what's good for the kids. Let's just think about that alone, and you can and have an infinite number of concepts that make a lot of sense. Let's make it a playground. Let's make it an adventurous playground. Let's turn them onto the skills and tools, then open source those opportunities for them to play and create. Their imaginations will really lead us forward and be the transforming energy on our planet. No doubt about it.
I read a quote where they said, give it to a woman because she can create a solution. If you give her a house, she makes a home. If you give her a seed, she plants a garden. If you give her an egg, she creates a child. And so didn't our mothers always know, like when she gathered people and she was baking the bread and making the food, that everybody at the table had a place to sit?
Fantastic thing. I mean, just the concept of each woman is a representative of the abundance of the Gaia Mother herself, and that flowering is nurturance. The feminine energy is so destined to nurture that the masculine needs no fear whatsoever of the feminine energy. The masculine's in a construct of fear with his own shadow. So once we eliminate that and face up to the reality of the feminine energy being the nurturing energy, we can accept full partnership with the feminine. And this dance is just beginning. So we're, and everything has to change. Everything has to change. There's practically nothing that will remain the same as we go through climate change and the economic changes that are about to overcome us in a lot of ways. But in all of this risk and this fear, and we're going to go into a large cycle of chaos. But the chaos is designed to shake loose all the things that don't work and don't suit humanity and get to the core values of what does. If we can create a circulating economy, listen to this. This is simple. The GDP, the gross national product, is 95% of the money of the gross production of America is held by corporate entities. Only 5% is held by human beings.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
So that shows you the proportion that is devoted to the large structures and institutions, when in reality it should be almost the other way around. Our governments and our businesses should be so lean and efficient with so little profit margins that we're able to service humanity's well-being with enormous abundance, not for everything, but simply for all needs. And that's the way we do it.
Yeah. So for the people, with the people, by the people. And, I had heard a little bird whisper that Marianne Williamson could be running for president soon, in 2 years. And, she's really coming from the heart of the divine feminine, where she does sister giant. She helps inspire people with their own businesses. We're going to talk a little bit later about what is fair trade, what are the fair trade principles to support small entrepreneurs that are in our local cities, our towns, our communities, and that way we can start feeding and seeding a culture of creativity and rewarding people and businesses that actually support Mother Gaia and her children. So we're going to be right back after these commercial messages, and please stay tuned. If you like the show, please subscribe, share the show, and if you'd like to be on the show, please connect with Kim Hix and I, Emmy Award-winning set designer, my gorgeous co-host. I'm so happy that you're in LA.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
I'm so happy that you're back.
I'm a fish out of water. I'm happy to be home.
All right, guys, we'll see you right back after these commercial messages. We love you. This is Heaven on Earth, Athena Starseed, and my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hix. No, I don't say all the way from Hawaii. I have to say right from the Green Fire Temple.
You experience
experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
When you really want a new year to remember, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Revelers of the world, heads up. It's not too late to plan the triumphant arrival of 2019 at New Year Central Columbo's, 323-254-9138. Do it right. What good is a New Year's without champagne and a meatball, I ask you? New Year's at Columbo's. You haven't lived until you've done it right. Great food, scintillating steaks, the freshest fish, Colombo family Italian specialties, party favors galore, and jazz to help bring in the new year on a festive note. And it won't break the bank. 323-254-9138. A Los Angeles tradition, especially on New Year's Eve. Columbo's, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, Banja. Columbo's. Happy New Year!
Hi, everybody. Michael Horn from CRNTalk.com. You know, we provide you with the best in talk radio. 8 channels of talk radio, from radio on the left, radio on the right, sports talk, business talk, religious talk, Spanish talk, you name it, we've got talk radio for you. All at CRNTalk.com. Well, now we'll bring you video as well as audio. That's right. Watch your favorite shows like The Robert Conrad Show, The Fred Dreyer Program, What's Cooking Today, What's Cooking on Wine, The Lounge, and so many other shows in video right at our website, crntalk.com. You can also watch us on Roku. Just search CRN Talk, and you can watch us on Roku on any TV anywhere in the world. Also on Facebook Live. Go to facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Facebook.com/CRN Digital Talk. Roku, search CRN Talk. Check us out on Tiki Live and at crntalk.com. Video for you talk fans, all from CRN Talk.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Rain. Supreme grace, light rain down.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is Heaven on Earth, and we are on CRN Talk Radio. We are in the same room, but we seem to be in different dimensions. Again, Kim.
Yes, it's interesting. I seem to be in a shadow dimension still. How interesting, because that's the prophecy of what we're talking about, is dealing with our shadows right now and how to bring illumination to the shadow and light to all souls on the planet.
So our topic is love intelligence.
Yes, and you know, this is a time for the creative mythologies to be enacted. All this practice with the gamer community and all the costume rituals of Burning Man and finding out who your superhero is and what your superpower is prepared us for this time. That's why everybody needs to come forth in their superheroic, not egoic form. It's when we go into the commodified world, everybody wants you to be egoic. You know, the movie stars and the great, but no, we're not going to go there. We're going to go into our own heroic nature.
We are leaving the me, myself, and I archetype.
Yes.
And also, too, the victim archetype. Let's talk about the Pisces. So we're going from the Pisces age, the Aquarian age. So instead of just looking out for the self and just like your own nepotism and your own family, we're looking out more like through Aquarian eyes of more of a global picture. Oh, good, we got Kim back. Okay, great.
That's huge, Athena. That's so important. We need the. It's kind of like a fly's eyes that has thousands and thousands of eyes to see everywhere and everyone. And that's
Fly's eyes.
rather than that one isolated eye, because a single eye has an isolated perspective. And we actually need multifaceted viewpoints. And that's why we have a collective vision. And the collective vision is so beautiful and exquisite. So that our job as a design team renovation expert in flipping planet Earth back into a conscious ecosystem is to innovate at that level, is to accept the dreams of everyone into the greater vision of the entire planet. It's huge. Can we talk about our...
I know you're going to read a couple quotes. What I wanted to say to that was that, so Kim is in the movie industry, and we are in Hollywood. And so what I really love about Hollywood is you can take a vision and put it on a piece of paper. You can collect a group of your friends, and you can erect in 3 months an entire world with a set, with characters, with a
Yes.
narrative, and then you can take that vision and you can share it with the world. So if you can build a movie in 3 months, you can also build a planet. So what better way to build a planet than with conscious creatives? And changing our narrative changes the way we dream. So you have a couple really powerful quotes that you're going to share with us.
That's been a perfect analogy, because the industry itself has trained us for transformational consciousness. And we just needed the content. So far, we've struggled with the villain and the hero equation, when that's all to be transcended completely by an evolved, enlightened collective consciousness. So you can't exaggerate. In Hollywood, we create villainry.
Right, right. It's
and
such an old duality story.
It's such a duality
it's
story.
tired. Let's
It's
let
time
it go.
to jump to the next quantum level. Let's talk about where we're going, because the positivism is going to lead us forward. Here's the attractor that I caught from Gene Houston that just curled my toes with delight. This is a perspective, because I've often known intuitively that women really have this incredible intelligence, and why isn't it really, fully active on the planet? Because I'm sure a lot of women on the planet are looking cross-eyed at what the way the governments are working in the military and all that, and going, this isn't right. So Gene clarified this for me, and this is my great mentor. I salute you, Gene, love you dearly. That the things women long for, deeper connection, spiritual richness, self-expression, creativity, and a right livelihood, creating an enlightened world for generations to come, these all require the global empowerment of feminine energy to bring them forth. Wow.
Let's just exhale on that. All the women.
So, women, this is the time of the gathering, and this is to come out of your singularities, of your single mom syndromes,
Right.
and we will support you. I'm saluting the noble masculine that is now alive on the planet, that is anxious to jump into our heroic roles to help you all together to create a new consciousness.
A new consciousness, a caring consciousness, a love intelligence. And that was the title that Kim came up with today. And it's so powerful that love has its own intelligence and it has its own beauty. And when we share with each other, like if every man that was single found a single mom to help and inspire or mentor, it's like,
Yes.
the Big Brother programs.
Yeah.
We require each other's attendance in our lives.
Yes.
And so we get to play together more. So get creative with those solutions. This is Athena Starseed and Kim Hix. This is a show called Heaven on Earth. We'll be right back on CRN Talk Radio after these commercial messages. Remember, if you like the show, please subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Blessings. I love you. Yay. Bye-bye.
This is Larry Elder inviting you to join me twice daily here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Tune in to CRN3 Reagan Radio Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern for my live 3-hour show. And don't miss the replay of the show on CRN1 starting at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. The Larry Elder Show, twice as good, 2 times daily, Monday through Friday on CRN. Find out more at crntalk.com.
Holiday party? Feel the spirit at Angelo's and Vinci's. Check out our festive banquet rooms. Call 714-879-4022 and schedule your holiday party today. And at Angelo and Vinci's, we have your holiday shopping covered. Gift certificate. One size fits all. Enjoy great food from the 2018 Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County, California. Feel the spirit at Angelo and Vinci's. Plan your holiday party. Dine nightly. Enjoy champagne Sunday brunch for just $21.95. Give our holiday gift certificates. And visit our Italian town square with Christmas tree and holiday decorations. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. At Angelo's and Vinci's, we ask, how many glasses of wine does it take to have a Merry Christmas? Enjoy the research.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Destination, South Point. 11 great restaurants, bingo, bowling, movies, race books, sports books, spa, live entertainment, oversized rooms, and the rates unbeatable. The South Point Las Vegas. Book now. Online at southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. At the South Point Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down through me.
Are we back? Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and we're back. This is Kim Hix, my gorgeous co-host, and normally I say all the way from Hawaii, but you're all the way from the valley at the Green Fire Temple.
From the Green Fire Temple today. Been wonderful to be back in California. California is such a brilliant, luminous, spiritually activated place. It's just, that's why they call us kooks and nuts from all over the world, because we're out here on the fringes of consciousness, but we are the ones leading the spiritual revolution of consciousness on the planet.
And love intelligence. And we're talking about what would love do? How would love create heaven on earth? And you have a couple really great quotes. One was from Jean Houston, and this one's from
Teilhard de Chardin. This is an important concept for me that I've been slow gestating, and it's the concept of the sacred green fire of love. But this is kind of how I came to it. I wanted to understand, you know, where we were, and I stumbled into this quote. Actually learned it from Jean Houston, again, my mentor.
I love her.
She's just brilliant. She knew Teilhard de Chardin when she was a child. She walked in the streets of New York with him, accidentally met him, and then would walk day after day to school with him. And so she immediately imbued some of the wonderful wisdom he had. This piece of wisdom is just mind-bogglingly beautiful to me. Someday, after we have mastered the winds and the tides and gravity, we shall harness the energies of love. Then for a second time in the history of the world, we will have discovered fire. I'm going to read that again.
And then break it down.
Yeah. Someday, after we've mastered the winds, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness the energies of love. Then for a second time in the history of the world, we will have discovered fire. So fire, when we discovered fire, was the beginning of the long climb into the higher levels of consciousness for humanity. We came out of our animal nature. We were coming into an ascendancy of consciousness. But that fire had allowed us to have power and dominion, two dangerous elements without consciousness, without love on top of them, and to guide them. And so what happened is now we are in this position of having mastered the winds, tides, and actually
Space.
We've fundamentally screwed them all up in a sense, which is unfortunate. But now is the time when we harness the power of love itself. And that fire I've dubbed the fire of the green fire of love. So the sacred fire of love is there's this fire ship coming in across the event horizon, helmed by the goddesses. The sacred cargo of love is in her hull. She's picking up all the lost souls. She's coming in and surrounding the earth with an aura of fire and a sacred green light. And you can see it in the trees. You can see it in the plants. You can see it in the hearts of everyone who wants to give birth to this holy fire of love. And it's just a level of consciousness. And it means that all our institutions or everything will now serve humanity and serve the well-being of the earth, the elements, the animals is vitally important. So the Green Fire Temple is to gather the souls together to see and shine and ignite the green fire of love, continent to continent. Humanity above and beyond the institutions of governments and businesses. We must have transcendence. Love and the fire of the green love must guide us at a much higher level than doing business, you know?
That's our new business. We're about our mother's business. And I want to inspire everyone. So we have been meeting at the Green Fire Temple, oh my gosh, for over 8 years, really,
Wow.
and having collective, collaborative, artistic expression and enactments where we have a painted earth and we hand the earth to each other and people can talk about how they want to take care of Mother Gaia. And I want to point a little bit back to history, way back. I want to talk about Mu, and a culture participatory with divine principles. And then I want to talk about Atlantis, where our advanced technology transcended our wisdom, and we lost our planet, and we lost our people, and we were having a big, huge crisis. And here we are again. It's Groundhog
Yes.
Day. And we get to make different choices and not see another Atlantis.
It is Groundhog Day, all right. And everybody's slumbering. It's time to stretch, peek your nose out from the cave, and wake up, because we are about to start a party, a great art consciousness party and a transformational, generational movement for the entire well-being of everything on the planet. And this is going to be a lot of fun doing it. If you think you have something to contribute, you will get the opportunity. Our job is to open the doors for all humanity to make the contributions you came here to make.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Starlight Railroad, because this is how this grid gets formed. It's an open source grid. So Kim has a temple home and I have a temple home, and I'm sure you're living in a home that you can create as a temple, and it's very easy. You think about maybe just putting an altar there with some nature, some plants, maybe a crystal, maybe a candle, maybe a picture of someone that you admire, whether it's a saint or a sage or even an avatar. It could be Nelson Mandela. It could be anyone that inspires you. And gather your friends, invite them into your home, and have weekly or monthly full moon gatherings or new moon gatherings or artistic expressions. Invite your community over to break bread, share art, and share music. And just that tiny little thing, all of a sudden a lighthouse comes on the grid. From there, we have light centers, where we have people that have eco-friendly, sustainable properties. So the lighthouses will send light workers to also the eco-friendly light villages. Those light villages and light centers send them to the cities of lights. And before you know it, we have this cornucopia, this kaleidoscope of artistry and this golden age that's flowing through Mother Gaia. And like the Hopi said, remember with Atlantis, there's these two pathways on these rocks. The pathway to destruction, which was Atlantis, our fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters who put their own ego before the we go. And then we have the artists and the troubadours that put the collective whole forward so that the planet does light up with the new conscious breeding ground for what hasn't even been invented. The innovation of our time is here now through the artistry.
Yes, we're about to gather the cream of the concepts and put them all together and vote them up and into existence. This is we're in this great fractaling. The whole structure of the universe is a fractal, and so as we go up and down the scales, we must realize that they're all connected in a zero-sum vector game, so that we're all part of the show. That's this whole thing of you're being separate or separate from the universe is nonsense. We are. The universe is the one thing that is doing everything. The universe is doing you. It's doing me. It's doing Matt. We're all part of this show. And why not write our own scripts for the show? That's what we're asking you to do. Get creative in your circles. Get creative in your heart. This is the greatest time of imagination and the leap of imagination ever imagined on the planet.
And I wanted to say something. We were driving over together, and we talked about how we sell our souls and our battery energy light to someone else's imagination. And then we're too tired to dream our dreams when we go home. So in the cartoon we were talking about, there's an anime called Waking Life. Please go watch Waking Life. So it says it's bad enough that we sell our waking time to someone else's dream, but then we're so stressed out we have nightmares and they steal our dreams at night as well.
It's total. They co-opt our true spirit and our true nature, and it's embarrassing to wake up in the morning and realize you didn't have a life, And they market live. They market memories to people who haven't lived. I mean, that's what they're doing to us.
Right, Hallmark.
That's why you lay there and you imagine, Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh, and you fantasize into that realm, and they've bought you. You are living that realm. You're not supposed to be.
And we're suggesting,
consuming it.
yeah, we're suggesting instead of just being consumers, we be conscious content creators, so that we take our power back and we take our dreams back and we take our imaging center, our imagination, and we not only see through everyone's eyes as we're creating our story and our characters, we're taking that creative energy and we're writing new scripts for ourselves. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to help you guys get activated and plug into an online grid so that you can sell your products, travel the white light, starlight grid, go to the different lighthouses all over the country. We've got people right now that are getting tour buses. Remember Corey called me?
Yes, Corey.
Corey Keisler, if you're out there. He had a dream to go on tour. Then he met a couple shamans. They did a GoFundMe, and they raised $3,000 or $4,000 in a couple days and bought a school bus. And this woman is single-handedly sawing out the seats, and she's going to take 6 magical healers across the country, and they're going to do little invocations, and they're going to do ceremony, and they're going to play music, and they're going to help the communities start to dream their own life awake instead of being used as batteries for someone else's dream that doesn't help them, their community, or the planet. So let's re-dream and take our powers back.
That just sounds beautiful, beautiful. We're going to dream ourselves awake. And find ourselves much happier than we've ever been in the slumbering state. We can bring all the dream quality to reality.
And let's use our dollars to vote. I want to talk a little bit about.
Let's get into that.
Conscious. You were talking about conscious.
Conscious capitalism and
conscious capitalism
and conscious consumerism go hand in hand. I want to make a big point that all businesses are here to serve humanity. And so the services they provide is what is important to humanity. And so any business that is becoming more conscious is one we should support.
And
the ones that don't should be let go of, and
Right.
dissolved, because we can't carry that. We need to actually get right to a lean business model of production that serves humanity. The closer you get to a zero profit margin, the cheaper the product gets, almost zero. iPhones could be handed out basically to everyone on
I
the
dream
planet.
a world where every person on
Yeah.
the planet would have access to an iPhone, because this
Yes.
is their company. This is the way that they can plug in. And I will say, I did a retreat in Costa
Yes.
Rica, and I did have Apple donate 40 iPods, and I had every single person when I got off the plane. It was loaded with Og Mandino's, the greatest salesman that ever lived, and it was about raising yourself from the dead, dusting off your dreams, giving grace and gratitude to the creator, the prime
Yeah.
creator, the love force, which is love intelligence. And I believe that we could have companies donate an iPhone to a female in a village, and then she could make money for that village and then buy another iPhone for another person in the village, and all of a sudden now everybody's online. You can sell your things from Kenya to America, and we're
Right.
talking about fair trade.
Micro giving for macro consciousness. And
Micro
yeah.
sharing for macro
Yeah.
consciousness. So I want to just introduce
Yes.
this company that I met at an
Sounds
event last
very
week.
interesting.
It says Fair Trade LA. Buy fair and live fair. Who is Fair Trade LA? Fair Trade LA is a membership nonprofit advancing the fair trade movement in the City of Angels. Our mission is to educate and inspire consumers to embrace fair trade products so global farmers and artisans have the opportunity to earn a fair and sustainable living. Fair Trade Campaign. We are making Los Angeles the largest fair trade town in America. Happenings, fair trade talks, educational platforms, spreading fair trade messages through speakers and screenings and films, boutiques, pop-ups, social gathering, fair trade and fashion shows. And if you want to read the principles here on what is fair trade.
This is the moralizing of business service, because business has been basically amoral. They've only been interested in the bottom line. We're saying there's a new bottom line. It's people, planet, and profit all together. We can't eliminate any of them from the equation. So this is going to be the greatest weeding out of the overrunning business world. But so these are some of the concepts. It's create opportunities for economically disadvantaged producers. That means supporting like the poorer people who also have ideas. Once the poor people have a basic income of any kind, then they're able to contribute from their well-being instead of their fear and anxiety of being homeless into the whole matrix. So it behooves us all to support that. Transparency and accountability. That's blatantly obvious. You just want an open, honest forum of doing business. I don't like the gotcha thing. Every time I go and get upsold or downsold or the fine print, oh, I'm sorry, there's another charge for that, or you have to go on the iCloud to get this because we're selling iCloud,
Or they change the charger so everybody in America has to buy another plug when we've already had 18 plugs.
Yeah, it's
Come on!
the nasty obsolescence.
You know what?
One of the things about there was some kind of motorcycle in China that was designed. It was just this simple framework, but it was open sourced. And apparently all kinds of different manufacturers were making the other parts. So it's kind of a crude little rig, but it cost like $100 to do instead of $1,000. That's the kind of shared, open-hearted, open-sourced economy we can really get to. Very important. The whole business of paying promptly and fairly. If we move money twice as fast in our consciousness communities as it moves in the slow world, we can actually have double the value and the impact.
And we're making light worker millionaires by sharing,
right.
and then we're sharing flow with people. And I just want to put a small note in the middle of this. In October, we shared the micro sharing with Fantuzzi, FantuzziMusic.com. In November, Alana Zabel, which was As I Am Yoga, and that's in Brentwood, and we shared with her with the conscious yoga doll and all her female heroine stories. And this month, it is Durian Songbird with his little ocarinas. And he is a one-man show, really, and he makes these little ocarinas, and you can get a flute anywhere from $12 to $200 if you want LED lights and all the bells and whistles. But we're talking about supporting conscious consumerism.
I love it. That looks like a Sacred Mother
It
whistle.
is. He
Oh, my
gave me that.
goodness.
Do you love that?
This is
the very first.
It's based on one of the most ancient artifacts, like 50,000 years ago.
I'm going to take it off so you can see
It's
it.
absolutely beautiful.
Okay, you better keep
Yeah.
reading because we have 60
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah.
Should we wait until we get back to finish?
Yeah, we could cover it.
Okay, so this sacred artifact right here, this is actually celebrating the divine feminine.
Blow that whistle. Alert the feminine.
So we're going to be right back after these commercial messages. We're going to wrap up with some of the fair trade principles, and we want to inspire you to get your projects and your products out, and we're going to have a grid where you can plug them in and we can help you sell them globally. If it's good for you and it's good for the planet, good for the people, good for nature, it's mother's business, and we're about our mother's
We're about our mother's business.
We're about our mother's business. Mother Earth, the divine feminine, and sharing. Everything Gene Houston said,
Yes,
right?
everything.
Everything. So beautiful. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you, guys.
Blessings.
Were you scammed into signing a timeshare contract? And did you miss the part that said you have to pay for your great idea? Not only for the rest of your life, but when you're not here anymore, you get to pass this turkey onto your family for them to pay for the rest of their lives. Thanks, Dad. Don't burden your family down the road, and don't be stuck with expensive timeshare payments forever. Get out of your bad idea timeshare contract guaranteed, or pay nothing. Call Resort Release today and learn for free how their timeshare exit team can help you legally exit your timeshare contract. They've helped thousands of people, and they're A+ rated with a BBB. So if you feel scammed, get mad and get out of your expensive timeshare contract right now, guaranteed. Call NOW.
800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. That's 800-716-9903.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less.
800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Supreme grace, light rain down through me. Supreme grace, light rain down.
Hi, welcome back. This is Athena Starseed and my gorgeous co-host Kim Hix, all the way from the Green Fire Temple. And this is Heaven on Earth, and we're wrapping up what it is to have a love intelligence guide our souls and our sacred commerce. And you were talking about fair trade principles.
I was speaking about the basic context of fair trade and practices. Because obviously fair trade requires gender equality and requires superb performance of the quality of product delivered. We need to guard this deliciously with make those products work. And everybody in business everywhere, make your business be really lean and strong and beautiful and powerful, and make it deliver goods at reasonable costs and prices.
And take only what you need.
This is
a Native American
thing.
principle.
That's all we have to do. By sharing, we are all covered from catastrophic situations. The catastrophe of cancer on an individual level is a catastrophe on our planet right now. And what would we do? We would take all of our business energy, all the money and our wealth, and we would put it all into the healing. And
Right.
so that's exactly, in fact, what we're doing. You know, I think that's part of the great mission of it. We need to build the capacity to help all the businesses grow that do serve humanity, and let go of the munitions manufacturing and stuff. Let go of the sacrifice of like, well, I have to cut down the last tree in order to buy lunch for my child for one day.
Or just for a Christmas 3-week holiday, cutting down the forest, which is our lungs.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. We can celebrate, we can recreate our holidays and celebrate in more collaborative ways instead of destructive.
Carbon sequestration is the most important thing we could do, and within a decade of massive carbon sequestration, leaning down and cooling down, we can actually shift this climate change. This is like facing the ice age, and it's our time to get our tribes together and to universally deal with it. And we can do this. It's not even hard. It's what we want to do. This is the greatest adventure you were born for. You have a mystical destiny, and wake up to it. We're going to do it collectively. We don't need false villains.
No, we don't. We are recreating our narrative. We're telling a new narrative, and the narrative that we're telling is we are us. We have left the me, myself, and I duality against the other perspective, and now we're more in the womb. We're in a circle. We're at the Knights of the Round Table. Arthur,
the sacred
Kim
Knights of
Arthur Hix. He carries the legend of King Arthur, and the consciousness of Camelot is here.
Carry that great mythology, and the Round Table always represented the earth, and the knights surrounding it are the protecting gallantry and chivalry that supports the earth itself. So the feminine energy has always been present in the heart of the great kings. The noble-hearted male is in service to the female, the feminine energy. Of the
and when we're in a circle, everybody has an equal share of the pie. There's nobody on the top of that pyramid where a huge mass of group of humans is enslaved, and just the tiny little elite have all of the resources. And guess what? You guys are going to enjoy playing with us, because those people, they're not so happy. So we're going to talk about incorporating our shadows, turning our products and our gifts into gold, and serving humanity and Mother Gaia in a greater, brighter way. So one more commercial for next Saturday. Kim and I are going to be at the Mystic Journey on Abbott Kinney. Please come out and meet us in person. We're going to be talking about a book I channel called The Celebration Story for No Reason. I'm going to be singing some kirtan, playing some music, and Kim's going to be talking about the shadow. So please come on out.
Please come out.
Come on out, and let's see. If you like the show, please share it. Please subscribe to Heaven on Earth. And if you'd like to participate with us, reach out. We'd love to have you as a guest on the show. And once again, the last couple days of December, participate in supporting our beautiful star brother, which is Durian Songbird, with his ocarinas. It's so much better to play music and create, right?
Stimulating, exciting, inspiring.
All right, so we love you very much with the passion of heaven, and we will see you here next Saturday, and let's continue to create heaven on earth in your own environment.
Let's do it. Conscious creativity everywhere. Hallelujah.
Right.
Thank you,
Blessings,
guys. Let's do it.
All right, see you soon. Bye, Denise. We love Denise.